We just completed unloading, or rewinding I should say, our film from our Holga 120. And so the next thing we want to do is to load it back up. And again, this takes a little work. You have your spool and you have your rewound film. Put your initials on, and if you have it, put it in a plastic container. If you are not, if you don't have any film to load, you should be keeping your film in here. And if you don't have any container and bringing it back to school, I wouldn't just carry it around because the top and the bottom tend to pop off. So, but if you have film now to load into, so I have a new cassette, and in this case, we're going to feed it into the reel, and it should have rubber bands to kind of help space it. And we're going to tape it down really securely so that the film is attached to the spool and is not going to let loose, because this is what pulls the film through the camera. So it's really important that that is well attached. It's not going to come off. And when I load with this tip down, so I plan it out so that that tip will go tiptoe down, right? And when you load it into the Holga that we've made for the 135, the 120 would have fit in here, but we're using 135. We have foam on the top and the bottom so that cassette can stay in there and not move around. And again, it takes a little effort, but you have to find kind of the right placement for the spool, the take-up spool. There's a little kind of key in the advanced knob. We're all set. And so you might even want to just check it out before you close it, that it advances through. Again, here's that red window that we have covered up with lots of black plastic as well as tape. And we're going to put our lid on. This is all fine and dandy to be done, and by the way, in light, because of the fact that this film is right here exposed. It's not a big deal, because that's not where our pictures are going to be. So once I put the back cover on, I'm going to slide up those, and I would even tape it down so that it isn't going to open. So I secure it so I know it's secure. And again, we have about 24 pictures here, but you don't have a counter. And the way that you advance film is to spin a hole round from dot to dot, brings you to a new frame. So now there's a new frame in here. I'm ready to go out and take pictures. Remember, uncover your lens, and remember, unless you're shooting with a tripod or doing some, well, unless you're doing some creative photography with the bulb exposure, we're going to use normal, which is 1/100th of a second, and sunny or cloudy, and then remembering to set your focus, which you won't see again through the viewfinder, and you're ready to go out. So that's how to load a 120 Holga camera.